So today is November 6th, 2025. It's a waning gibbous moon in Gemini. So the moon is going from a full moon and it'll be a 3/4 moon. Well, it'll be half light and half dark. So the gibbous moon is kind of that progress. The waning gibbous is that progress from full to half. So we're in Gemini, and those are the twins. To me, I kind of interpret it as twins. Our twin self is being revealed slowly but surely. And it might be our darker half. That's why it's hard for us to see right now. If we are in the light, which I hope we are in the light, it may be our darker side. And we're always told that our darker side is bad and is wrong and whatever, well, and in many cases it is if we do things that harm other people, if you consider that being the darker side. But the darker side could be, if you think about it, if you got heaven, and heaven is always awesome, then earth would be the dark side. So, and we think that we're awesome here. So what could earth's dark side be? Is that hell? I don't know. But with the moon being in Gemini, I see potential for meeting our true, our maybe not forever love, but a true love. And that's going to help us move forward into better things in life. So, even if it's not our true love and it is just not a fling, I don't really like flings, the idea of a fling, because it seems like that's just kind of like satisfying your carnal desires. And if you have these carnal desires that you need to satisfy, then you're not doing something right in your life that you need to rely on that quick fix. Because we're not here for a quick fix. We're here to understand and to learn about ourselves and about our world and how we got here and where we're going and all that other good stuff. So I really think that meeting this other person is going to help us move forward. So talking about shadows, we have light and dark that live within us. We like to think that we're holy and that we can do no wrong. But if you think about it, when we eat, we're eating animal products. Even if you're a vegetarian, just that the simple act of eating is like, doesn't it seem kind of a little bit strange to you? I don't know. I personally think that like heaven, you wouldn't need food, and maybe you just exist and you just live. And maybe that's why we're here, because we're bored of heaven and we want to try something new. So it's kind of like a snake biting its own tail in a sense. If you think about it, like we came from plants. If you take the scientific version, we came from plants. So now that we're eating plants, we're just kind of eating ourselves. I don't know. So that being said, that we have this dark side in us. It's not us. It's a reflection of us. It's not like we are dark. Dark is being projected onto us, just like light is being projected onto us. We may have those elements inside of us that we may have absorbed, but I really, really, truly believe that it's projected onto us, and it's how we deal with those projections that determines if we are going to be a good or a bad person. So a lot of people wear their darkness like a mask, and I don't think they realize it, that it's just on them and it's very easy to see. And when they wear that darkness is maybe it's caused from trauma or their living situation, or not getting their needs met, and holding in their emotions and not being able to express themselves in certain ways, and they begin to wear that darkness. The darkness is not them. They're just exposed so much to that darkness that now they're wearing it like a mask. And they're projecting that because the darkness has come out. And now that it's out, it can be amplified. And everyone can see that darkness because it's being amplified. Just know that you are a reflection of those experiences. You are not that experience. You are not that thing. Once you start acting bad and embracing that projection that has been projected onto you, then you start amplifying the darkness. And yeah, it's going to be tougher to want to do good for people because you're amplifying the darkness now, and you're going to have to continue to do that. But I mean, there is a way back to doing good. It's just probably not an easy one. Just remember that these things are being projected on you, and that's why you have to give yourself grace. Even if you do bad things, give yourself grace, because you're just a product of what's been projected on you, and you didn't deserve it. You were probably just a kid. You didn't understand what was happening. So give yourself grace. If you ever want to come back to the light, or to the living world, give yourself grace for your past actions. Stay strong in your present moment so that darkness won't affect your future actions. And I mean, everybody's done bad things. And how do you live with yourself? You're a product of your environment. Have some grace on yourself, Also remember that you are the prize, and people will try to pull you in one direction or the other, but it's you that they want. And once you remember that you are the prize, then you can make your own decisions on how you want to act, and you don't have to be subject to your friends' influence, or your parents' influence, or the media's influence, or whatever the latest influencer is doing, is trying to get you influenced to their way. You are a sovereign person. Stand firm in your sovereignty, and stay focused, because I mean, there is a battle. There is a battle for your soul right now, and it is just people that don't feel comfortable in themselves, or not actualized people that don't they don't know what's happening. But if they get enough people to believe that they know what's happening, then they can feel like they know what's happening. But they don't know what's happening, because if they really did, they wouldn't feel the need to try to get everybody to live like them. Remember, this is not a game. You are not a game. You are not a vessel. You are not an avatar. You are a volunteering for this experience. So you're not a robot. This is not a movie. This is not a play. I mean, once they get you to think that way, they got you, bro. Just remember that you are a beautiful being that is experiencing a strange but beautiful thing. It's not a game.